It's the Dear Auntie podcast with your favorite aunties, Carm and Koe.
Talk to me. What's going on with you?
You need advice, and they've got the answers. Auntie gon' keep it real.
Hey, Auntie. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Auntie.
Welcome back to another episode of the Dear Auntie podcast. It's your favorite auntie, Coriel.
And this is Carm.
And we are here to give y'all the best advice that we can, y'all. This is based on our experience and not our expertise, and we want to be clear about that. Thank y'all so much for everyone that has left us a review. If you have not left a review yet and you are enjoying the show, please leave us a 5-star review. That really helps us. Yes. If you have not left a review and you are not enjoying the show, keep it to yourself.
We don't want to hear about it.
We don't want to hear about it. Keep that to yourself. But we do appreciate, in all seriousness, we appreciate all of the support. Shout out to Jamaica again. Until we make a chart in another place, we're just going to keep shouting out our brethren.
Number one.
Brethren in Jamaica, man.
Absolutely.
Everything
they are number ones.
They are number one. And shout out to Luxurious Chaos. If y'all are noticing that your girl is showing up a little flyer than usual, it's because y'all have been hooking me up.
Yes.
So shout out to Luxurious Chaos. I will link them below. These super cute earrings. And Carmen needs some Luxurious Chaos.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I'm just putting that out there.
Thanks.
I got a random question for you today, though.
I'm scared. What is it?
You shouldn't be. What's your toxic trait?
Oh,
I saw a post and
I
I'm
was
like,
right to be scared.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
What is my toxic trait? Wow.
You want me to go first? Give you some info?
Yeah, give me some time.
So, don't judge me. This is a safe space, right?
Yes, of course.
My toxic traits is leaving my man and then picking up the phone and calling my man. And not just calling him, but FaceTiming him. I am very much my man.
So you're going to leave him and
then I'm going to call him and we're going to talk all throughout the day.
To see what he's doing.
Not even just to see what he's doing, because there's so much to talk about. Let's just talk about all of it. And then I got your kids. These kids are doing crazy stuff, so now I need to call and talk to you about that.
Leaving the house?
Yeah, like I leave the house.
Okay,
and then I'm talking to him all day.
So confused.
No.
I'm thinking
physically.
Like leaving, again, arguing.
No.
And then
I gotta call him and argue some more. No, these are good calls.
Okay, good.
These are good calls. Yeah.
Okay,
but that's
so
my toxic
really
trait because I can't help myself. I don't know. I think so.
Okay, some people might say it's toxic.
Maybe.
So maybe it's obsession, like we talked about.
I am obsessive. Yeah.
My toxic trait would definitely be something similar to that. Let me just do the opposite end of it and say I am that girl who will get in an argument and then we got to talk about it some more.
You're going to call in, let's argue some more.
Yeah, let's talk about it further. I left some stuff out earlier.
I thought, you know what? On second thought, I got some more to say. You know what? I had somebody do that to me before. Like, let's just go meet up and we could argue there. And I'm like...
So we're not gonna meet up to fight. Let's just argue.
I'm definitely not doing that.
Yeah. So that is, I think my husband would tell you, like, sometimes I just take it to the extreme. It's like, okay, and another thing.
Is it that you're trying to get clarity? You're just trying to prove a point? Like, what's the intention?
I think it's just that I have maybe a childhood wound. I don't know where. I mean, I'm just
not feeling heard or
but that's really not my childhood. Like I was totally heard in my childhood, so I really don't know what it. Yeah, I don't know why I do that, but you gonna hear what I got.
You got to hear this. Okay.
Yeah. So
what do you want his response to be? Do you want him to just sit back and listen?
I want him to really feel it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Really get it.
Like really get what I'm saying so we don't have to go over this again.
Okay. How does that work? Does he usually get it?
It doesn't. It typically does not work at all.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Not productive.
Okay.
So
that is a toxic trait.
Yeah. Don't ever do it. It's not really a good thing to do.
Okay. All right. Well, this is a good balance.
Yeah. You're like, I just called my man to say,
talk all day. Yeah. Hey, boo, what you doing now 5 minutes later?
That's so funny. All right. Well, anyway, Auntie is over it.
What is she over this
Auntie
week?
is over it. So I feel myself getting older and older as the days progress. And my over it right now is that I want to talk to somebody on the phone.
Do you?
I want to talk. I don't want to chat with you on Facebook.
Are we talking about customer representatives?
Yes, customer representatives. Like anytime I'm calling to get some business done, I'm taking time out of my day because I'm working to do this activity, right? So I want to talk immediately to a person. I don't want to chat with your bot. I don't want to text you. I don't want to have to push buttons. Representative.
with your mouth all the way open.
Representative.
I feel you on that. But then what about when the representative answers and he's
then there's
like,
somebody in India?
I almost did an accent, but y'all not gonna cancel me. Glad I caught myself. But yes, and it's like you do. This is not good. Where are you? That's what I want to ask them every time. So where are you located,
sir? Please,
and your name is not John.
I just would like the $84.99 plan instead of the
$120. Don't give me all of that.
Like,
don't do all of that. I agree. I'm over that too.
And so, can I just talk to a representative? I'm just over it.
111, or I'm googling like what?
0.
What do I need to press?
0.
Get out of here.
And now it used to be where you could push 0. And it would take you to a person.
No, they don't do that anymore.
Now it's like, thank you for calling.
Let me
Bye.
repeat. Yeah, let me repeat this menu, or that is not a valid entry. It's never a valid entry.
Hate it.
I agree with you on that. I am personally over the over sexualization of children.
As you should be.
I think that to me is like one of the most toxic things about social media and just the internet is like all of the perverted people have like free access to just like an overload of what they want to see, but then also involving children in sexual things. For example.
Okay, yeah. Give us an example.
Now, Carisha, you my girl. But that little video with your little son, 10-year-old son, throwing money supposedly at strippers.
Oh, I did see that video.
Right? I used to work in a strip club. I have nothing wrong with strippers.
I did too.
Do your thing, right?
Yeah, I was a bartender.
Judge-free zone. I was a bartender. Right, let's be clear. Let's be clear. I don't have any judgment on strippers at all. But a 10-year-old, that's where I start judging. Because what are we doing here? And then someone posted on the page, on the comments, women talk, basically you talking all this shit about, niggas ain't shit, but then you raise your son to be
the
same that you're complaining about.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. It's unnecessary. What is it for?
What are we doing this for?
What is it for? Carisha, please.
Carisha, please.
Like, why are you doing? And he should be at home. First of all, he should be at
childish
home
things,
doing childlike things, and that's one thing I hate about this generation, this society overall, is we do not let kids be kids.
Ever.
He's supposed to be doing Roblox or whatever these kids are doing nowadays, and you got him in the club throwing money on half-naked women. For what?
First of all, he shouldn't be there. Second of all, he definitely should not be doing that. I get that you are Young Miami, so maybe he comes to your shows. Got it. But can he still act like a child, just appreciating his mother at work? I don't know, because, that might not even be appropriate for him to be there.
That's a very strange dynamic.
It's very strange, but she's not the only one. We've seen clips of kids at drag shows, at pride parades, and all of these spaces that, in my opinion, as a former educator, because I'm not just pulling it out of my ass, right? I've seen the effects of children being exposed to things that they're not ready for too soon. And I think a lot of times we're putting our beliefs onto these children who are not even old enough or mature enough to come, formulate their own beliefs and opinions. So
I'm gonna take it back to Blueface with that. He did something similar. I think
his son.
Yeah, with his son, and he had half-naked strippers in his house, and that man was the little boy was in the closet trying to find some Slim Jims.
Yeah.
And you're asking him, is he gay?
Are you gay because you don't want to see these strippers?
Because he doesn't. So to me, my opinion is that is worse. That's more, to me, that's more of the grooming that people talk so much about, where, y'all are grooming. I get your point about the gay parade, but for me, like, kids don't need to be at no parade where there is sexualization. A carnival, the Caribbean carnival or this or that, where everyone is being so sexual. To me, it's not about pride or gay. It's about, why are you at this sexual place?
It's about
doing
appropriateness.
These things
Agreed.
At this age.
Agreed.
Period.
It's inappropriate. And my thing is, if you expose your child to that at 10, what are they going to do by 18? Like, what are they?
What's left?
What is left? I don't know. But then, don't complain at the product of, this behavior.
The environment.
Yeah.
Good God.
So we're going to get into some Auntie Time.
Okay.
Auntie Time. Okay, we're going to talk about what's going on in these streets. I'm kind of interested in this first topic, which is this whole NPC trend. So I had to go on like a deep dive into what this means. I am not a gamer. Apparently this is a gamer term, but NPC means non-playable character.
Oh.
I said that right. Right, Ty? He looking like I said it right. Okay. So it's basically in a video game.
Okay.
We are starring in the video game. We are the people that, we're the players. but then there's people in the background that are there, but you can't play them. They're just like background characters kind of thing.
Okay.
Robots is what they're like not making their own decisions. They're just back there being bots. That is my definition. Y'all tell me in the comments if I'm wrong on this.
Ooh, this stresses me out already.
So you've seen this girl. Pinky Doll is her name. She's probably the most popular one, where she's going on TikTok Live and people are paying her, like Super Chat on YouTube. People are paying her, and as people pay her, these symbols pop up on the screen. And based on the symbol that pops up, which is based on how much you pay, she does a different reaction. So she might bark like a dog.
I've seen
she
her.
might tap her little flat irons. You know, she might make the sexually...
What are the flat irons about?
I don't know. The popcorn, I don't know. It's just little sound effects. I don't know what she's doing. However, Homegirl is making like $7,000 a day.
Oh.
And that will make you start to question some things.
Yeah. Let me
So how do you
see.
feel about it? Because I didn't
NPC.
tell Kendrick, like, I haven't seen no couples doing this. Like, let's just start a channel. Let's just see what we can do.
What would y'all do on there?
I can't tell y'all because when we do it, I need y'all to be like,
y'all
what?
might try to bite it.
Yeah, y'all might try to bite it. But I'm serious. Like, why not?
I mean, I am not hating on this at all.
Would you do it?
I feel like I wouldn't do it. I'm just not, I just couldn't.
You couldn't do that.
I couldn't bring myself to do it. But I'm not hating on it at all. If you have no inhibitions about it and you feel like you want to get up there and lick
And
the
make
cone
them
or
sound
whatever,
effects.
Go for it.
I want to write it. That's
Is that what she
favorite one.
said?
Yes, it's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
I think that takes some level of skill, though, to remember all of
that
those
is
things.
So, I mean, that's such a skillful thing.
It is.
I don't even have the patience for
I
anything
don't,
like that.
and my memory's pretty bad.
Yeah, so go you, girl.
Go you, Pinky Doll.
Pinky Doll.
I saw a clip on social media the other day where you've seen those clips where people, it's like word on the street. We need to do this. I think it would be fun. Where you're just out with your
Word
little
on the
tiny
street.
microphone and you're like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What would you do?
Yeah, how many states are there? And every American is like
Dumb as hell.
54.
Girl, dumb as hell. So the question was, what's the craziest thing you've ever did in a relationship? And this man literally said that he dated a woman for 5 years, even though he didn't like her.
What?
Now, the average person would say, well, what? And the average person who was asking the question, he said, well, what?
Me, I'm the average person.
And the man said, yeah, the sex was just so good. Like the sex
Ain't no
was
sex
the
that
sex
good.
was so good
Come on. What
that
was
I
she doing?
strung this lady along for 5 years.
Yeah, right.
Carmen, that's sad
No.
and sickening to think. So I've had conversations with men where they've said, I've had sex with women that I don't like. That's one thing. But to be in I mean, I'm sure you weren't committed to this lady.
5
Obviously, you didn't like her. But to have her thinking she was in a committed relationship for 5 years and you don't even
What was she
like
doing?
her.
We need to talk to her. We need to interview her. What
Do we?
was
Because she was such an
doing?
unlikable person, but has such good
But
sex.
what kind of sex was this?
This is true.
That's
You
what
want
I
some
wanna
pointers?
know.
We want what she was
Like,
over there
what
doing.
Were you, what
was she doing? I would like to know.
She got to
as
start
well.
a TikTok.
Yeah, tell us. Teach the aunties.
Yeah.
But that's outrageous to me. Okay, last but not least, in outrageous news, Nick Cannon.
Hi.
Right?
Yeah.
Nick Cannon. Okay, y'all know Nick Cannon's lifestyle. I don't know if it's poly, but whatever. Supposedly, one of the baby mamas has come out to say that their arrangement was a little emotionally abusive. That, during their situationship, he has all of these women, all of these children, but the women are not allowed to date. Like, they're supposed to only date him while he dates all of them.
Sounds about right.
So it's kind of maybe poly, but not.
Poly for him.
Poly for him, but poly not for y'all.
As is the most cases with.
That was very auntie of me. You got it.
That was good, girl. But I understand for poly relationships, it seems to me that the man always is the winner.
Benefiting from it.
Yeah, it's like, what are women getting?
You haven't
out of
seen that
this
show on TLC?
scenario?
The brother husband show? Girl, you got to go watch
yes.
the brother husband show. Them women are definitely taking advantage of them men.
And I say more power to them.
Do you?
Because for so long, the women have been it's been like 10 wives in the house and one man. And, they sleep in separate bedrooms and he goes from room to room every night. And it doesn't look that fun to me.
I don't think so either. Could you do poly or
Hell
could you do
no.
poly either way? Like if you could have a harem of husbands.
No. First of all, again, I'd be tired. So what does that entail? Like, am I having to cook for all these Negroes?
They're gonna take care of you. They're gonna pamper you. You are just like the queen of the house. I don't know. That one's gonna cook, one's gonna clean, one's gonna go out and make
when you
money.
put it like that.
Maybe. I can't do it because I'm not having sex with all of y'all. I'm just gonna be clear. I can't do it.
My point.
I can't do it.
Like I don't have
and
enough
not even
to go
because
around.
I'm sleepy. The way my mind works, it's very hard for me to disconnect my logic with my emotions. I can't just get in the mood. I'm thinking about all of the things.
Because you got one
what
track
did I just
mind,
do
baby.
last
You
night?
are attached to your
girl, all the things. I can't do
your
it.
man.
My man. And multiple men do you, but I can't do that. Not about that life.
Agreed.
What about a hall pass though, Carmen? As a married woman, would you give your husband a hall pass? Like on a special occasion, he gets a hall pass to just like go live his wildest.
No.
Under no circumstances.
No. I mean, because listen, he's 47. Okay. I'm 36. We better have done all the shit that we need to do at this point. There are no hall passes.
He's had his time for
We've
that.
had fun. It's been fun.
It's been real. Good luck.
It's been real. Nothing else needs to be done. Nothing else
He needs
to be
to have that fun with
accomplished
you
in this lifetime.
So are you willing to just do anything he wants to do? Or he just can't do the thing?
I mean, I'm pretty flexible.
Okay, you're open.
I'm open to some things.
All
So,
right.
you know, hey.
We're open. Shout out to that. Yeah, would I do a hall pass? I would revisit it at like 50. You know, by the time I'm 50, who even knows?
Who cares?
Like, yeah, I feel like, oh shit. We've been together 20 years now.
Well, I got 3 more years according to that logic for my husband.
True.
But
okay.
But sorry, babe, for telling your age. You know, he think he's still a spring chicken.
He is.
But so at 50, you'll revisit.
Maybe. I feel like life is a long time. Hopefully. Like this lifetime is a long time.
I feel like life is a long time too. And so
that's a lot of pressure on one person.
Yeah.
I just gotta do everything.
I gotta cook, clean.
And bust it open from the back, from the side, from the rooftop, swing from the
7 days a week.
Shower ride. I don't know. We'll see. At 50, we will see. Okay. You got an auntie with never this week?
I do have an auntie with never.
What you ain't doing no more? What you not doing?
I saw a video online that disturbed me to my core.
It shook you.
It shook me. Okay. Some of you may know a young lady named Sukihana.
Don't we all?
And
Suki with the good coochie.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. I believe that's what she calls herself.
And so this young lady, apparently, I believe she was in Buckingham Palace. Didn't really get all the details. She's definitely in London. In London. Walking the streets, and on these streets, she was hollering and screaming about how she needs to get her coochie stretched. And I was just horrified. I looked at it, I closed my phone, sat it down, walked around the room, opened the phone again, and I just thought to myself, man, where are we in the world? Where are we?
As a society, people, black women.
As a people, my people. And so Auntie would never holler about her coochie needing to be stretched in the streets of London or anywhere else around the world, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And I gotta say another thing. I don't like how we pretend like this stuff is okay, is normal
or acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
I agree.
Let's stop trying to attach it to other movements. Let's stop trying to attach it to things that are good, that things that are actually good, like women's rights and women's freedom, and those things are good. But when you take them to the extreme and try to attach things like this to those movements, it really just doesn't do us a service.
That again is one of the things that the internet has created a space for. It's like everybody to have their own movement, and this is just, it's freedom. I'm sexually liberated.
Freedom to do what though?
Look foolish. Please stop. I think you should stop. So let me tell you what I would never do.
Okay.
I would absolutely never make a page, a social media profile for my child that is not old enough to read or write.
Okay.
And then post pictures and write the captions as if I'm the baby. And then I'm complimenting my mama, but I'm the mama. Managing
my
the page.
Mama's so pretty.
Y'all gotta stop. My mama do such a good job. My mama just did my hair. Please
makes
stop.
the best milk.
I got the best mommy in the world. Please, is that mental? What is happening? Why are y'all doing that?
That is strange.
That's weird. So I don't think it's wrong. I post my children on social media.
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't have a problem with that. Obviously, I don't even have a problem with your children having a page.
But you're not allowed to. The caption is what you
can do whatever you want to do. I just think it's a little weird when I come to the page and it's like celebrating my mommy today. My mommy is the best. That to me is the weird part. It's like when you are writing as if you are the child.
Because it's you.
It is you, and that is kind of weird.
And you're telling yourself
to me,
happy birthday to me.
This is just what I would never do. Yeah, you're wishing your mom a happy birthday, but you are the mom and it is your birthday and you are pretending to be the baby. That's kind of weird. Just post your baby.
Agree. I'm going to have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah, so we're in alignment.
We're in alignment. You want to get into some Dear Auntie?
Let's get into it.
Quick commercial break before we get into it. We have a new candle here in the studio. So half of the commercial is that y'all need to, you can be Vanna, is that y'all need to come on down to Elevate Studio where we happen to record Dear Auntie. Okay, if you have a podcast that you want to create, come on down to the studio. We got you.
Yes.
Our girls, Lacey Parks, sent us this fabulous candle. It smells great. I think it's strawberry. We got some room spray that is now our official studio spray and a diffuser. So thank you, Lacey Parks. Yes, we will make sure we post your website down below. And if you have a business that you would like for us to support and promote, send us your ish.
And
okay?
This packaging is so cute.
It is fabulous. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Dear Auntie, we only got 2 questions this week. Y'all need to send us some questions. DearAuntiePod@gmail.com.
All right. Dear Aunties, I'd like to have some advice on family planning.
Ooh.
I am 33 years old, and I feel like my biological clock is ticking. I am currently single, but really want to have a child. How should I move forward with my planning? Your niece, Monica J.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Monica. All right. Family planning, 33. So here's my advice. This is just my advice. I wouldn't be planning unless you don't want to ever get married or you don't ever want to be coupled with someone, then sure, go ahead and start planning. But if you're 33, in my humble opinion, the last thing you want to do is voluntarily go into single motherhood. Like, I just wouldn't suggest that to anyone. Everyone who I know who has tried it didn't really like it that much. The ones who just said, hey, well, you know what? F it. I don't need a daddy. You know,
I'm going to do this. I'm a strong black woman. Don't do it.
Doesn't really work out that way most of the time.
Your strength is not enough.
Right. So my advice, if you do want to get married and you do want to be with someone, I say you wait until you find that someone. The one. Don't just go around making babies with people just because your clock is ticking.
I think this is such a common conversation. It's such a common dilemma, I would say, as, you know, women who, I'm over 35. Most of my friends have crossed that line, right? And so now they're having the conversations where it's like, do I have a baby with a good friend, right?
Yeah.
Do I, you know, with a platonic friend, we're just going to decide to co-parent together. Do I go and freeze my eggs? Do I go and find a donor? Like, I'm exploring these options because now I feel like I feel like I have to. I have to start being intentional, which I do agree. I 100% agree that you should be as intentional with family planning as you are with career planning, okay? If you know that you want to be a mother, it might not mean you're going down to freeze your eggs, but it could mean you are working on your body, right? You are putting yourself in an optimal...
Drinking less, working out.
Your optimal health to produce a child because you want the best possible pregnancy, right? So those things I do think you should be intentional about. I don't think that you should go down to the sperm bank. This is just my opinion. I don't think you should go down to the sperm bank because, again, you are choosing single motherhood, which to me, choosing single motherhood is one of the most selfish decisions that you can make. That's you saying, I think that I'm strong enough, I got enough money to be able to take care of this child, but not really putting that child's needs as your priority because a child benefits more from a 2-parent household. We all know that. It's just a fact. Feel how you want to. It is what it is. Your feelings do not change the facts, right? So I don't think you should do that. But I do think that freezing your eggs is something to consider.
That's a good option.
The white girls are doing that left and right. They're getting their eggs frozen for like college graduation gifts.
But it's like $1 million or something now.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is expensive. That's why you are going to have to plan for it because unless you got money saved.
Yeah, so start saving now.
Start saving. But I do think just admitting that some people haven't even got to the point where they admit that I want to be in a relationship. I want to be a mother. So if you're not even willing to admit it, you're probably not going to be intentional enough to make it happen. So you are taking a step in the right direction for even putting yourself out there to tell us, right? So that means that you are, actively working on it. But nieces, and not even nieces, because some of the aunties need to hear this too. You have to be just as intentional with your dating and relationships as you are with your career and your degrees.
That is so true.
Right?
You
because
just
we
gotta
think
make
that
the time.
you got to make the time. You say you want a man, but where are you? Like, you're nowhere but working home. And unless he works at your office or he's delivering your dinner.
And they really think he's coming.
He's not.
To the door.
He absolutely is not. Not the one that you want. So just be more intentional about it, because there are great men out there, but you have to be seen. You got to position yourself to be found.
Correct.
But good luck, Monica. Let us know
Good luck.
what you decide. All right. Dear aunties, I am writing because I am in a real tough spot and I'm not sure what to do. I have a friend that I really love hanging out with, but when we go out, she never... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to giggle. She never looks put together, and never is in all caps. So sis must be a mess. Oh, okay. She goes on to explain. Her wigs look horrible. Her makeup never matches her skin, and her outfits look a mess.
My God.
I don't know how to tell her, and to be honest, it's starting to mess up the vibe. I feel you.
Not the vibe.
I feel like saying something might come off mean. Should I say something? Jada. So as your auntie who avoids tough conversations, Jada, I'm just going to give you a hypocritical answer. I'm going to tell you what you should do, but I probably wouldn't do this. Okay, let's just be honest. I think that you should definitely say something if you feel this strongly about it, and if you feel like she's doing herself this much of a disservice, that she's not presenting herself well. I think that that's how you should position it.
I can go for that.
Right? I think that you should... Girl, I saw this hairstyle. I think you would look amazing with this.
Okay,
right?
So like give her
options. Don't just... I hate when people want to talk about the problem, but you don't have no solution.
Ooh,
so don't tell me I look a mess if you're not going to help me fix myself
girl,
up.
you look a mess.
Don't do that. So send like easy ways to do, like send inspo on Instagram. Girl, I love this outfit. You would look so cute. Or girl, did you see this? You know, so-and-so got these wigs. They doing unit. Be helpful. That's my advice. Be helpful. Position it in a way that you are helping her because she's your friend, not hurting her feelings because she look a fool.
That's such a nice friend answer.
Thanks, but I probably wouldn't say anything. So I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to kind of fall in line with that same advice. I mean, I feel like I've had this issue before.
Have you?
I have.
Did you say something?
I did.
What'd you say?
I mean, unfortunately, I'm the blunt friend.
Are you?
Yeah.
How do you do that, Carmen? Teach me your ways.
I just feel like we kick it all the time. Like, we do everything together. So I should be able to tell you, like, the hard things. And all of my friends know that about me. They know if they want the truth,
Come to Carmen.
call Carmen,
Okay.
right? So I'm that girl. That's my brand. So I don't, everybody's on the same page. But I did have this conversation with a friend of mine years ago. The makeup was never matching, that kind of thing. And we went to the club one time, and I was headed to VIP. And the gentleman...
I was headed to...
We both were headed to VIP. And the gentleman halted her with his arm. And I was horrified. I was like,
Where you going, sis?
This is like the worst nightmare.
Did you keep walking? What'd you do, Carmen?
I did not. She ended up in VIP with me. Praise God. And she doesn't know that this happened. So she doesn't know that this happened. It kind of happened secretly, like where he kind of like pulled me in and was like, she can't go. I say all that to say, this was the same friend. Later on, we had a conversation about just, I did buy her some makeup and took her shopping. I had a few bucks, picked out a few dresses for her and just helped her with her hair and stuff like that. And I did end up saying, like, in the end, I did end up saying, girl, your makeup ain't matching your skin. Your wig is sliding a little bit, so let's just readjust it. That kind of thing. Like I did. I am that friend. So I feel like my advice is this, depending on the relationship that you have with your friends, depending on the friend that you are, your brand within this friend circle, that's the approach you should take. But you should always say something.
Okay. Because if we're friends.
Yeah, you should always say something.
If we're friends, I should know you're not a hater. I should know that you're not just... If this is your real friend, and you know your friends, you know which friends are sensitive, and you know the friends you have to put on the kid gloves with. Like, I'm just...
Yeah, of course.
And sometimes you do have to dig down in your pocket. Like, let's take a makeup class together. Let's do this YouTube wig tutorial. You know, let's make it a fun thing.
A fun girls'
versus
night.
like singling you out like you're a mess.
Yeah.
Because I have had friends
hurtful.
that have been a mess, and I just be letting people be a mess. But that's not right.
Cole.
That's not right. Now that I think about it, it's
and the reason, and honestly, for me, one, I don't want people talking about my friend, and then two, when I'm with you, you're a reflection of me. So it's like if we're out and I look the bomb, my edges is laid. And your edges are not, and your
my
wig
edges.
is
Is it me, Carmen? Because my edges don't be laid. I really don't know how to do
you
my
got
edges.
baby hairs.
I do.
Yeah, so
are
they
they
lay.
down today?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not slick.
Would you tell me?
But they are
They're
and
not
they're
slick.
nice. They're not slick. They ain't edge control now.
They are not. I don't know how to do that. I need to learn.
But they are nice.
They're not sticking
and
up.
laid.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have fine hair.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Carmen is serious, guys.
Yeah,
She's
you woke
gonna
up
tell
like
me.
this.
She's gonna tell me,
Woke
get your
up
shit
like
together.
this.
You're not going on this podcast looking like that.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's our Dear Auntie advice, Monica, Jada. Hopefully it was helpful. If you would like us to give you some advice, you can DM us at Dear Auntie Pod. You can email us at dearauntipod@gmail.com. And we're here to give advice on everything. So friendship, relationships, situationships. Tell us your business and we're gonna help.
Yeah. Do we have an auntie?
We
close
do.
out?
Yes, we do. I'm a girl. Thank you. Get me together. So this week we actually have a wise auntie once said, where we are actually going to end the show with a quote from a famous auntie. Yes. Now, this famous auntie happens to be the Jennifer Lewis.
My girl.
If you don't know who Jennifer Lewis is, Google it,
She
girl.
everybody's mama. Everybody's mama.
She's
show.
literally the mother of Black Hollywood, which is a book that she recently released. It is so funny, so entertaining. Go listen to the Audible. You got to listen to it because she's narrating it.
Oh, yes.
It
of course.
so entertaining. The mother of Black Hollywood. So this is her quote. Don't think you're going to be happy when you get something. You have to be happy on the way to happy. And we're going to drop the mic on that one.
That's a word.
Because Auntie knows best, right?
Absolutely.
You cannot be waiting for the happy. You got to be happy on the way to the happy.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Dear Auntie.
It's been fun.
Share this episode with a friend. Subscribe, like it, comment below. And our Patreon is coming soon, y'all. So get your little $5 together.
Yeah, get
All
your
right?
coins together.
Peace out.
Bye.